Yo, what's up Daddy Squad, and welcome to today's video. As I said and promised, for my 25,000 subscriber milestone, I would do a setup video. Crazy thing is, I think I went way too in depth with this, but on the second side, if you really are interested in getting into streaming, then I am about to tell you a lot. What I'm going to do is I am going to include all of the kind of video timestamps below as to where's audio, where's PC hardware, etc, etc, so you can skip things if you want to. But if you really want to know how to have the most awesome, perfect stream setup for 2019, watch the whole thing. If you're brand new, take this moment to smack a like on this video, guys. The more likes we get, the better. If we get to 500 likes, I'll do some more of these videos and we'll do some really in-depth grinding in terms of what's the best thing for you and how to make you the best streamer on YouTube. Otherwise, guys, if you're brand new and this is the first time you've been on my channel, then please smack that sub button. I do stream every single day and I'm trying to do more and more of these on-demand videos. Anyways, guys, get into it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I'm informative and give you enough information that you can kind of really take things away, and it's a great return investment of your time. And lastly, before you guys get into the video, I just want to say one final time. Thank you so much for 25,000 subscribers. Literally could never have made it without you guys. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and brought this dream to life of me trying to become a full-time streamer and making streaming a way of me giving back to life and the world through my passion of gaming. It really has meant a lot. And to all of those trolls out there, keep saying what you're saying, because all it does is drive me to get bigger. On to the next goal, guys. 50,000. I'll see you all there. So what better way than to start the video with my lights in kind of the way that they're meant to be, guys. Like, the reason why I've kind of started off dark is just so you can kind of see how the Govee lights look. They look absolutely awesome. Totally gives like the whole gaming aspect to my stream setup. But also, check this out, you ready? Alexa, studio on. Boom. Okay. So I'll try and go through everything kind of step by step, item by item, to kind of try and give you guys, see, look, that's why I've got this, the whole emote, the whole command, Daisy get down. Look at this cat. So I'll try and go through each item and kind of explain it. I've got a bit of some notes on my phone as well, so I can kind of not make sure that I you know, don't forget any of the items. I'm trying to describe it as best as I can. Anyways, rambling. So first things first is my gaming chair. This is an AK Racing gaming chair. This thing cost me about £350. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would if gaming chairs is your thing. But I think personally for me, for a streamer who plays for many hours a day and kind of sits it for a long period of time, and I have a really bad back. That's why I have something called spondylolisthesis, which means one of my vertebrae is slightly out of line. It causes me a lot of pain during the day, and having a decent chair is a big thing. So the racing chair is good, but I think an ergonomic chair would be better if you've got potential problems. Why do you have 5 monitors, Daddy Gamer? And I'm like, yeah, so it seems a little bit kind of excessive. But the reason why I've got 5 monitors is, when you're a streamer, you have to do multiple things at one time. You have to constantly look at quick-fire information to be as responsive as possible. So the reason why a lot of you guys love me as a streamer is because I'm hyper-responsive, I'm interactive, and I laugh and I joke with the chat. I've got sounds that kind of come on that are from summer, you know, and I'm always checking things, and I'm always up to date, and I'm always aware of what's being leaked, and anyways, yada. So if I go through with you guys what I use my monitors for, and I'll kind of talk about them as well. So my main monitor in the middle is an AOC 32-inch, 1 millisecond, 144 hertz monitor. So that's to give me the best response time from a monitor. I like 32-inch. A lot of players play on a lot smaller than that, but I personally play bigger. That's what I'm used to. That's when I was 18 years old and I was grinding away at Call of Duty and not doing my my university work. This is the size TV that I work from, and I've just been used to it ever since. So that's my monitor. And then my 4 monitors on the side. So the top 2 that you see is ViewSonic monitors. Unfortunately, these are now discontinued, which is a bit of a shame. And the ones underneath are just bog standard kind of Asus monitors. So I haven't bought them for any particular specs. They were budget monitors. I needed extra monitors. I needed 4 of them. So I started with the ViewSonics with 2 either side, and then I realised that I wanted 4, so I bought the Asus afterwards. One quick thing though to remember, guys. So like if you just come around the back, so around the back of the monitor, you can get 4 screws which tie onto mounts. The Asus doesn't have them, so I've had to get this horrible mount in order to connect them. And also at the bottom, you can still see the stand, which I really hate. So my word of advice would be, before you buy monitors and you're going to do any kind of stands or anything like that, double check that it has the universal connectors at the back. Otherwise, you'll kind of have to kind of budget like I've done. What do I use my 4 monitors for? That's the most important bit, right? So on the right hand side, I've got my chat, and I've got Discord. So usually what people do is they spin this one vertical and then have just the chat. Personally for me, I mix it with Discord, because a lot of my moderators like to talk to me during the stream and warn me of things so I can react to it privately, as opposed to doing it on stream, because nobody wants to hear any bickerments or argument or anything like that, or anything serious going on in the chat. You know, we like to keep it positive. And obviously the chat on my right hand side is important. You can have it right or left. It's totally dependent on what you want to do and kind of what your preference is. So then on the left hand side, I have my Streamlabs and I have my notifications. So you can actually have your notifications or your chat built into Streamlabs, but what I do is I actually pop out recent events and then I keep it on editor mode, and then that means I can read donations, subscriptions, sponsorships, and I can still toy and play with the stream if something isn't quite right. Like, you guys know what I'm like. Like, if there's a text out of line, I will fiddle with it and I will move it until I think it looks perfect on the stream, because you guys know I like a clean stream. I like all these streamers that kind of stream with their graphics all like it's from clip art. Not for me. So that's what I use that for. On the top left is my audio and the performance of my PC. So you guys also know that I'm, issues with my PC is prevalent. I constantly have streaming problems, so that gives me an indication as to if my temperature's going too high, if there's too much loading on my GPU or my CPU. And then in the top right hand side is my YouTube dashboard. So this tells me how many people are watching, what's the chat rate like, how many likes do we have, also tells us how much money we've made from the stream. So this is all the kind of like the vital information. So the reason why I have 4 monitors is so literally I'm sat here and I hear a donation go off. So I look to the left, I go, thank you very much for Pro1EK clan, thank you very much for that donation, you're a legend. And then I talk over here and I'm seeing the chat, and then the moderators are saying that I've missed another donation, so I can check over here for the donation. And then I can see that let's say for example, right, that I've decided to stop doing custom matchmaking for an hour or so. I can see that the viewership has dropped in the last hour, and I can react to that. And then I've got all my audio and my performance in case there's problems. So that's why I have 4 monitors. My microphone. So my microphone is a Rode NT USB, and it's on just a standard white kind of boom arm. It's called a boom arm, attached to a IKEA £25 side table. So this is one of the problems with my 2 IKEA tables that I bought, to turn this into more of an office as opposed to just like me streaming on a beanbag in front of a TV back in the day, is because obviously I wanted it to look nice, and I wanted to have nice drawers that kind of pull out. You can hide a load of stuff in there. But anything, you'll understand if you started streaming or if you looked into streaming, anything to do with lighting or audio comes with these clamps. And this table is so thick that these clamps don't work. So that's why I've had to improvise and had side tables. But to be honest, it kind of gives me a good space to put drinks and my phone and glasses and etc. So that's my microphone. I used to have a Blue Yeti. It's behind my monitors now. That's now like behind here. You can kind of see it hidden. That's what I use as my in-game microphone now. But that is great itself if that's what you want to start as with regards to being a streamer. Now on to the good stuff. My streaming PC and my gaming PC. So let me come down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So when I started off, there's so much stuff on here as well. So when I started off streaming, the first thing that I did was I upgraded onto one PC because, and I've got to mention here as well, both these PCs are sponsored by James. He's built them and engineered them for me, and given me all of the advice that I could wish for. He's literally a legend, and that's why now my stream, I turn it on and it works perfectly every time. But it's taken me probably about 3 grams to get here, guys. I'm not even joking. So we have my gaming PC, and my streaming PC. So what do I have in either one of those? So what I have is, in the gaming PC, we have a AMD Ryzen 5 1600X. That's what I started off with when I first started streaming from a PC, with 16 gigabytes of RAM made by Corsair. They're kind of just standard ones. And then the motherboard is an MSI A320M Pro VH Plus. There was problems with that. You can't overclock that, which is why now it's in my gaming PC as opposed to my streaming PC, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And then in the graphics card, we've got an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. And then in the streaming PC, we have a AMD Ryzen 7. We've got 32 gigabytes of RAM. Instead of 16, because for a streaming PC, it needs to do a lot more multiple things at once. So this needs to do multiple things, whereas this PC, the gaming PC, needs to be all about graphics. So we've got 32 gigabytes of RAM. We have an MSI X470 Gaming Plus motherboard, so we can overclock it, because you want to be able to overclock it if you want to give it more juice to do more things. And then the graphics card in here is actually an ATI Radeon RX Vega. So just one thing that I've noticed since streaming is when I was using the NVIDIA for my gaming PC, it was amazing, because NVIDIA has a built-in highlight software that whenever you get a kill in Fortnite, it will clip it for you. That was amazing, and it turned my used to dropping content onto Instagram really easy. Since moving over to the Vega, I've lost that ability. So perhaps I might look to get another NVIDIA sometime in the future, because my Instagram's kind of gone down the pot a little bit, because I can't clip videos that easily, and I need to work on that, and I'll do better at that, and I promise I will do, because it's important. And then both of them have exactly the same kind of spec after that. So they both have a Samsung 1TB SSD and a 2TB HD. I would definitely do that as well. I would definitely get an SSD to run all your programs off of, so it's lightning fast. And then if you're doing a load of videoing and editing and storing, then I would obviously get a HD. Slower to obviously connect to, but if your SSD clogs up, the performance of your stream and the performance of your computer goes down. That's one of the reasons why I had issues recently where I was losing frames, was because I had too much on my computer and it was causing me problems. The newest addition to my stream, which is audio. So before, I was using Voice Meter Banana to do a lot of this stuff from a software point of view, and I was mimicking what you need to do from hardware. And I realized that this was causing a big problem. So I had to go with it, and I had to invest in proper audio kits. So this is a proper mixer, whereas Voice Meter Banana is a mixer. So again, James came around one weekend and set this up for me. So what's really awesome is you have both PCs feed into separate kind of connectors. You then have your microphone into another connector as well, and this distributes everything equally. And then obviously you've got all of the knobs where you can do the highs, the lows, and the mids, and you can have things streaming in. So when I turn on my PCs, all my music and audio is already mixed into one place, which, if you come up here, is my little Astro mix amp. So this thing was amazing. It's fed from a optic cord as well. So everything mixes into one. If we come back down here, so everything mixes into one. Which, if I show you somehow, here you go, into this little digital converter. Ta-da! Which then goes into the optical lead, which then goes up into my mix amp, which then goes into my headphones. And I don't know if you've noticed as well, before you go anywhere, I have tried to tidy this up as much as I can. I hope you guys are slightly impressed, but unfortunately, when it comes to audio, networking, computing, displays, it gets to a point where you can't really do much better than what I've got, unless you have a builder come in and actually like devise something that, you know, will cover everything, which is probably a good couple of £1,000. I mean, that would be like the next step if I became, you know, full time, is to probably turn this into an office area. But anyways, regardless, is I bought a Nighthawk Netgear router. That's because these bad boys will prioritize your gaming PC over anything else that's got using the internet. And then I've also got a Google Mesh network. So we have this problem where our house is actually upside down. So our living room is on the top floor and our bedroom's on the bottom floor. And for some reason, there's some kind of like metal work between the living room and our bedroom, so the internet actually doesn't get around here. So using the mesh network, I've got one here, one in the corridor, one downstairs, and then what it does is it distributes the internet all the way around. So now it means that I can watch stuff and actually connect to the internet in our bedroom. Yeah, with regards to lighting, so as I said before, these strip lights are like, I literally installed them today. They look super awesome, and they're really easy to stick on. Like they come pre kind of not lubricated. What's the word I'm looking for?
Sticky.
Pre-sticky. What? Anyways, they already have sticky backing to them, so they've already got like sticky tape on them.
Double tape.
And also, what's really nice as well is if you come under here, there's a little remote underneath, which is actually here. So it's actually like under here. So there you go. You can see that. That all has sticky material on it as well. So with regards to actually getting it under the desk, Jay and I fitted it within like 10 minutes. And then also the cool thing about that is it connects to Alexa. So Alexa, strip light off.
Okay. We'll change the colour.
Mm-hmm. Alexa, strip light on.
Okay.
So hopefully this will work. Alexa, strip light red.
Okay.
See? Bingo. How cool is that? And they're like 35 quid, and that's for 5 meters. So probably a lot of you might not need 5 meters, but I mean, dude, if you put that around your room, anyone would be impressed if they came in and like, dude, this is a serious gamer. So anyways, back to the rest of it. So that's my strip lights underneath to make me feel like a proper streamer. And then I've got kind of 2 side lights. So before I get onto those side lights, I want to quickly show you this. So on the floor, this is probably one of the best things I've bought. Right? Let me just move this over. This is probably one of the best things I bought. So this is my Elgato green screen, right? So as you can see in my room, having a permanent green screen is a bit like is a bit of an issue. Even though we've got quite a long living room, you guys have seen it before in a previous video. Having a green screen is annoying if it's permanent. So watch this beautiful thing, right? So it's literally tucked away. Lift it over, pull up the handle. La, 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 la. I'm gone. I'm streaming. You guys can't see the living room in the background. Bob's your uncle. I've got a green screen. And then the perfect thing is, once I've finished streaming, I literally just put my hand on the top and it's tucked away. One of the best things I bought, 150 quid, makes my streams private, means that Summer can run around naked in the background if that's what 3-year-olds want to do, and you guys don't see it, which is super awesome. And then that means that I can do all my amazing backgrounds, where I'm like stupid, sitting in a car or in a plane. I've got some more coming, but I just need the time to do them. So that's that. But then if you have a green screen, the filter on Streamlabs OBS only kind of hits that green screen when you have lighting hitting you and colouring that green colour for it to detect on Streamlabs. So that's why I've got a really cheap lamp that I bought from IKEA. And this one was about 60 quid, this one was about 30 quid. And I have smart bulbs attached to those as well. So Alexa, set backlight to 50%.
Okay.
So there you go. So I can control those as well. I think my Lumens light on this one's about 20 quid, and this was a Yee light that I bought, and this does different colours as well. So Alexa, set tall light to pink. Alexa, set tall light to pink. There you go. So,
okay.
So I can control so much in this space by Alexa. I mean, you can totally tell I'm one big, massive nerd. Oof. And the last thing that I have as well is I have the G903, 902. Can't remember now. oh, that's a stupid thing because I don't use them at the moment. But I have I think it's a G902 or a G903. It's a wireless mouse with 2 side buttons. This is in preparation for the day when I fully become keyboard and mouse. As I said, it's not going to happen on Fortnite because Fortnite is too complicated. Everyone else is 2 years ahead of me and it's just too frustrating. So I have that. It's amazing. It's so light and it's so accurate. And it came with a Logitech mouse as well, a slightly bigger one than normal. I actually run on an 800 DPI sensitivity, so I don't need a full desk mouse because I only need to flick. But that's quite a nice mouse mat as well. I think they cost me about 20 quid. People laugh at this keyboard. I think someone on Instagram actually went, "Nice keyboard, mate." But this keyboard is for my streaming keyboard. So this is nothing. This is just a bog standard one. I just need to type on this. Yeah, I just need to type. And then, because, it doesn't need to do anything fantastic except for communicate. And then I have a stupid wireless white mouse as well. Oh, yes, one of the main things I think I've completely forgotten as well. And then obviously my keyboard is a Corsair RGB Quickfire with cherry keyboard, cherry switches. Because I don't like hearing the click. So I like maybe a bit quiet, but at the same time I wanted performance. So I think if I remember rightly, cherries are kind of like in between. I have a spare Logitech C920, I think it is, webcam. Because whenever there is a deal on Amazon, these bad boys are always dead cheap. So I picked this up for 25 quid. It's usually 60. So that was a steal. So if I ever one day do go mouse and keyboard, then I can put this bad boy on there and have a hand cam. And then I have another one on the top of the monitor, which then is the one that you guys see me running every day. That kind of sits at the top. One day I would like to move over to an SLR camera.
Say that bit again because my fingers.
Right, fine. So one day I would like to move to an SLR camera. But they're about 500 quid, and that's a lot. And do you know what? For 60 quid, that is brilliant. I was about to say something else then, but it is brilliant. It's ruddy brilliant. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and spend an extra 500 quid. Not necessary. Not right now. Anyway, maybe one day. Is my headset. So I wear HyperX Cloud Alphas. These are gaming headphones. They're wired. Noise cancelling. These are about £95. These are what I wear. Pretty cool. I quite like them. They've got amazing sound. There's just one issue with them. Like when I play for like 8 hours a day, noise cancelling headphones, or closed back headphones they're called, they get really sweaty. And they make my ears go a bit funny. So I think in future I probably would wear open back ones, like the Bayer Dynamics. I've got my eyes on those. That's where I was playing with James the other day. But they're my headphones. And then lastly, and then also is my gaming controller. So I don't play mouse and keyboard. I play on a controller. So this is a Xbox Elite customized controller. That's why it's got the nice hexagon pattern on it and the gold controllers. It makes me feel a golden player. But the reason why I went for Xbox over a Scuff, 2 reasons. One of them was that so basically ergonomically it feels more comfortable in my hand personally. Like for me, Xbox controllers feel much more comfortable in my hand. Secondly, I bought this in game, so if anything goes wrong with it, you can take it straight back. With Scuff, you got to wait 2 weeks for them to investigate and then fix it. Oh god, Daisy's here. Whereas with this, I could take it straight back, and lo and behold, yes, I had problems with it. I had drift on this stick twice, and then another time my B button was stuck. So just be fair warned, guys. If you buy anything from game, I personally think sometimes defective controllers, they just rebox and hand out again. So please, if it's broken, take it back and argue your case. You've got 30 days to take it straight back anyway. They talk about how the warranty doesn't extend. Don't worry about that. Like, who cares about that anyway? But just please take it back, get a new one. I had to go through 3 of these, and now that it's perfect, is one of the best controllers I've ever played with ever. And then obviously the reason why I've got it is because it's got paddles on the back. Like, and these for me are the most comfortable because they literally are where your hands are rested. With a scuff, they're kind of more in the middle, whereas these guys are where you're rested. And that's probably, I suppose, the third reason as to why I went for a Xbox One Elite controller. My Stream Deck. So this is my Stream Deck. This thing is a lifesaver. Like, I can't tell you. This was one of the first things I bought actually when I started streaming. So if you guys kind of have a look on my computer, like, so basically here on Streamlabs, if I can change the screen, so just by pressing a button, it will change on my Streamlabs, which is like amazing. So that's really cool. Can change the game, change it to my news transition. God, I can't call my words there. So anything. So I can literally flick right the way through. I can keep tapping it and it will just flick. It's really easy, right? But then the best thing about it is it gives me my CPU percentage. You can have different folders. So you saw there. So this was a start. So this is different folders. So this is linked. So it links to your PC as well. It's not just Streamlabs OBS. It links to your PC as well. So when I sit down, I can press Streamlabs OBS, Chatbot, SMG, which is my software which brings up my current playing song, Snaz, which does my countdowns, and it will open my programs for me. So without even having to click anything, I've already clicked a few buttons and it's opened them up. So that's amazing. And then also, it can do chat commands. So sometimes you guys will hear me go, yeah, don't forget I've got a Discord, here's the link to it. Rather than waiting for a mod to type a command, because they might be busy like getting rid of horrible comments from the trolls, I can press Discord and then that will automatically post into the chat a pre-programmed text alert. I mean, look, amazing. And I can literally play with it whilst I'm gaming, whilst I'm reading the chat. Like, that's the most important thing about it all the time. It's just multi-stream. That's my stream setup. So with regards to all of my equipment, I will put all of it in the link below and link as much of it to Amazon. So you guys can actually buy something if you see it here and you think it's really cool. I'm not affiliated or linked to anything. This is purely for you guys and me giving advice on what I use for streaming as well. So kindly bought and gifted by James. He made Jay her own gaming PC, which is like super awesome. I don't really know the specs of it. I know there's an AMD in there. I think the AMD CPU has its own graphics card which is built in there as well. And then obviously Jay's got her little pink light on the side, and then she's got a little llama. She's got my old Turtle Beaches, which she bought me. I can't remember which ones these are now, because it was ages ago when she bought these. So that's what Jay plays off. So she plays off Bluetooth on here. These were awesome. These were cool. These were definitely like, I think these were about 80 quid. Well worth their money, like as a starting gaming headset. Daisy! Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying Daisy right now. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, as I said, I'll link everything below. If you've got my membership of silver, one of my silver memberships, then definitely come into my Discord, go into the Ask Daddy Anything, and you guys can ask me anything about my setup, what I recommend, what I don't recommend. That's why you should become a member, because there are obviously certain benefits in there as well, and obviously there's bigger tiers, like with my thumbnails and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed it. Can't wait for you guys to all check out this video and let me know and give me feedback on what you like in these type of videos and whether you think that these are helpful for you guys and whether you'd like to see more of them. If you're brand new, smash that like button, and if you're super brand new, hit that sub button. Otherwise, guys, enjoy yourselves, and until my little daughter's next bedtime, peace out. Setup. I will.
What about mine?
I was about to do yours.
Okay.
Literally was about to do it.
Okay.
So now you've thrown me off as well. So